I genuinely believe that communication is becoming one of the highest paying skills that you can learn. And ironically, AI is one of the reasons why. So first of all, I got absolutely cooked by the sun. I don't know if you guys can see that. I am severely sunburned. But getting back to my original point, think about what's happening right now. AI can write emails, it can create content, it can build websites, it can analyze data. AI can automate workflows that used to require an entire team of people. But there's one thing businesses are still willing to pay a lot of money for. Somebody who can communicate with another human being and produce an outcome. Somebody who can build trust, somebody who can ask good questions, somebody who actually listens, someone who can understand another person's problems, and ultimately somebody who can help that person on the other end make the right decision for themselves. That is sales. And the better you become at communicating, the more valuable you become. Think about two salespeople selling the exact same $5,000 product. Same company, same leads, same offer, everything like that. One salesperson closes 10% of their calls. The other salesperson closes 30% of their calls. That second salesperson can potentially generate upwards of 3 times the amount of revenue that the first salesperson can generate, having literally the exact same opportunity. And you might be asking, well, why? Communication. And that's exactly why great salespeople make bank. They're directly attached to revenue. And that's also why I think like remote high ticket sales is such an interesting industry right now, because there are literally thousands and thousands of online businesses selling coaching, consulting, education, agencies and services, fitness programs, software, AI implementation. And all of those businesses need people who can communicate with their leads. Sometimes that's through the DMs. Sometimes that's through like a 10-minute phone call. Sometimes it's a 1-hour Zoom meeting where you're closing a high ticket deal. And if you're completely new, you don't even have to start out with something like that. What I help people do, at least in terms of most beginners, is I help them get into something like appointment setting, where you're essentially learning the basics. You're learning how to have those initial conversations, learning how to ask the right questions, learning how to qualify people properly, learning how to build trust, those sorts of things. Because eventually, if you end up leaving sales, those skills will follow you for the rest of your life, into your own business, into relationships, into leadership, into negotiations, into your everyday life. Technology is going to continue changing. AI is going to continue improving. The entire world as we know it is probably going to look a whole lot different 10 years from now than it does today. But as long as human beings are doing business with other human beings, the person who knows how to effectively communicate is always going to hold some level of value. So don't just learn how to use the newest technology and integrate AI into your business or whatever. Learn how to understand people, because honestly, that's a skill that I don't see going out of demand anytime soon.